Well, Chris, the Blazing Crew's back in town for another week in sport for Chris Waller Racing. Big day Saturday, 3 winners. Hey, you beat that $1.50 favourite with the horse you wanted to run Wednesday. And then another 3 winners at Wednesday at Canterbury. Fat week.
Yeah, multilateral I assume you were talking to. Beating
That's the one.
Equator. Did a good job and good group of owners. So yeah, he's well on his way to repaying himself and plenty of fun to be had in the future.
And your superstar, Champagne Calf, it was good to see her record her first victory in stakes grade.
Yeah, it was. She was a frustrating horse to train. Obviously we thought she was our Golden Rose hope. Things went amiss just through not having race experience coming into this preparation for her second start. And things went pear-shaped, but we got her back on track, Liam.
And the big fella in the last, hard tester. Good win.
Yeah, good win. 10 out of 10 ride from Jason Collett, great rider. And
it's good to see of the 49 runners on Saturday at Randwick. He hasn't got a ride, so good to see you looking after a good rider.
He'll be looked after, don't worry, Liam, don't be smart. He's a good kid and his time will come.
And yesterday, Windbender recorded her second victory in the matter of 7 days.
Yeah, it was good backup, and that's good testament to our staff, turning these horses around quickly, keeping them sound and keeping them happy, and when the right races come around they need to be ready to run.
Righto, we'll jump straight into Saturday at Royal Randwick. Super Saturday they call it, big weekend, grand final day Sunday. It's also the October long weekend and big team of runners for the grand final weekend of Sydney. Kick off in the first in the gym crack, Bergdorf.
Here comes the chopper.
Hang on, just wait here, I'll be back.
Bergdorf, 2-year-old. She's done everything right, had 2 trials, almost everything right. Just climbs a little bit in her action, and she won't be able to do that on Saturday and get away with it. She'll need to flatten out properly, so that's what we're banking on. Awkward gait as well. You've got a field of green horses, we've got a fit horse with ability. Hopefully that'll do the job to see her get some black type in Saturday's race.
A race 2, the Breeders' Plate for the Colts and Geldings. Double Happy, trialled well last week.
Nice colt, Liam. Nice big colt. He'll probably just be scratched.
You like the big Colts, do you?
He'll run the following week. Not a out and out 2-year-old, early 2-year-old. He'll be more autumn 2-year-old. So I don't think he'll get a lot of experience out of barrier 12. Better off to wait the following week and give him some confidence.
Beautiful. The Craven Plate, the old faithful Kalini, back after a slight setback, but barrier 8, Glenn Schofield in the 2,000 metres is something to get excited about.
Yeah, most definitely. His last win came over 2,000 metres, also at Randwick. Carried a big weight that day. Tried well last Friday. He's going great. What do they say? Get on.
No, that's the other show they've got on that TV channel on Foxtel. We're exclusive to
TV
you.
is,
We're exclusive to YouTube.
No, he's going well. And then 2 weeks of the Caulfield Cup, 2 weeks and about 2 sleeps to the Melbourne Cup.
He's confident.
He's going good.
Well, the big fella, Zoostar, they reckon all you've been doing for the last month is trying to break a stud deals, looking at your 10% com when he goes to serve some mares. Zoostar and the Roman Consul. Back to 1,200 metres, but links up with the Coolmore in a couple of weeks' time.
Nice colt, Liam. Done everything right since his Golden Rose win. Just a pleasure to train. I think he'll be very hard to beat. Obviously 1,200 as a distance, well, he's coming back a distance to the 1,200. But I thought it was a nice race leading into the Coolmore in 4 weeks' time, which is his aim. And his work's been good through the week.
That's good.
Good draw. Jim Cassidy. Yeah, he's ready to go.
Villanova in the Dulcify, you scratched him out of the gloaming last week, and I noticed you had the blinkers on for that run. You've now taken them off and put the winkers on for Saturday over the mile.
Yep.
Eddie, you want to elaborate on why?
He was going too hard. He wasn't going hard enough without them. We put the blinkers on, it made him go too hard. So we've reverted to winkers, which will hopefully see the horse concentrate, not go as hard, yet still be a chance to win. Yeah, he's just lost a bit of confidence, this horse, and awkward gait. We'll probably see him roll forward, and I just hope he settles, because there's a chance he could over race even with the winkers on. But if we get him back in his best form, he could certainly blow this field away.
Good to hear. Righto, get into the main race. 3 runners in the Group 1 Epsom over the mile. We'll kick off with Baban.
Barrier 11. He's done everything right this prep. 2 out of 2. I think the mile will suit him. Just needs cover from the gate. And he's a horse on the rise, so it's another step again Saturday, but we'll see on Saturday whether he's capable or not. But couldn't be happier with the way he's worked and the way he looks leading into a Group 1 race.
Riva de Largo drew the outside marble, but as we said a couple of weeks ago, Jim Cassidy is a master of overcoming barrier 17 when it comes to Group 1 races.
He certainly is, and the horse is going very well, coming off the back of the Group 2 win. Hard to fault him really, just I guess is a bit of a question mark whether he gets a strong mile, but yeah, nice lightweight. I think he gets his chance and could be one of those late bloomers that you can see win a good race as an older horse.
And Sacred Falls, real nice colt this fella. Doncaster winner, 2-time Group 1 winner over the mile. Can you make a case for him on Saturday?
Well, he's a nice colt then. Doncaster winner, as you said. Very good horse, 3rd up from a spell. In fact, all 3 of our horses in the Epsom are 3rd up from their spells, so they should be peaking, but in particular Sacred Falls, he looks hard and ready to go now, and as you said, multiple Group 1 winner. He's been there before where a lot of the others in the race haven't, and I think he's fairly weighted considering he's won the Doncaster, and I think he'll be very hard to beat.
What'd you make of his run in the George Main Stakes?
It was okay. I thought the race was run at muddling pace and suited the horses on the speed. When he was making his run, he got interfered with by Royal Descent. He had to change ground abruptly at the 350 metre mark, and just sort of made it awkward from that point on. But first up run was terrific, and as I say, I think it was excuses last start.
We'll jump into the Premier Stakes over the 1200 metres Group 2 weight for age contest. A couple of smart mares here. Arenosa, the first of those.
She's come back really well, Liam. Just had feet problems in Queensland when we aborted a Stradbroke campaign, but they're growing out nicely, and she should be pretty competitive on Saturday, albeit against the opposite sex, which adds depth to a race like this. Works good, had 2 trials, and she goes well fresh, loves Randwick, so there's a lot to like about her.
Dystopia for the Ingham family, drawn well in barrier 1, cracking run first up.
It was a good run, and she's come out of that with no problems, and again, it's a shame that she has to race against the opposite sex because it's a very strong race, but as you said, she's drawn to get a beautiful run. She likes to be held up for that last crack, and I'm sure she could figure in the finish.
And she's clean, barrier 12, but obviously capped off last preparation with a start in Group 1 company.
Yeah, and that's the way we want to head this preparation as well, in particular this season. I think she'll be a nice horse for a race like the Coolmore in the autumn, and then ultimately the Tats Tiara again in the winter. So just want to place her cleverly and make sure she's given a chance in every race she runs in. There is a 1200 metre race at Caulfield next week. I'm looking at that. We'll make a decision Saturday morning.
And final race on the card, the Group 1 Metropolitan Handicap, 2400 metres, 3 runners for the stable. We'll go with Moriarty.
He's been set for the race since winning the Brisbane Cup over the same distance. He's drawn barrier 1, and his work's been tip-top since his last start win. So everything's coming together nicely. He's got to take the next step to Group 1 level, of course, but we'll see how he goes on Saturday, but I'm pretty confident with him. I think he's going terrific.
Luke Cripitus, barrier 5. Jim Cassidy goes to the board. He gives you the feel he'd be a bloke that'd suit this horse.
He does, Liam. He gets a bit lethargic mid-race, and even at the end of his races, well, when the rider's calling upon him, it takes a while to wind up. So Jim could be the man just to find that missing gear and have him stoked up, ready to finish off strongly over the last part. He's drawn well. He'll get a strong 2400. I'm sure he's been up for a very long time and certainly hasn't won at this level, but I think he's in there with a rough chance.
And I'm imposing. Good run last Saturday. He races on the back up. He gives you the feel if he could get to his best, he'd be taking a bit of holding out in a race like this.
He certainly does. As you said, last start was a good run. It could have even been better than good. It was a very slowly run race. It wasn't run to suit him. It was certainly run to suit the winner, who was a handy horse in its own right. So for that reason, we're throwing the ball at the stumps on Saturday to give him that chance, and I guess time will tell.
And down to Flemington, 3 runners, 2 in the Turnbull Stakes at Group 1 level, and honest as the day is long, Catkins in the Blazer Stakes. We'll go with Hawkspur, drawn barrier 19, and Walker aboard.
Tough draw, and obviously we want to give him a winning chance. At the same time, he's got to be finishing the race off, so he is cherry ripe for the Caulfield Cup in 2 weeks' time. His work's been of a high standard prior to leaving. He left on Monday night, left Tuesday night, arrived Wednesday morning, and is settling in really well. Just going to need a lot of luck from that gate lead.
Oh, obviously. Royal Descent, barrier 4, Craig Newett aboard, on track for the Caulfield Cup. Runs this time in have been very good. Yeah,
similar to Hawkspur, she hasn't put a foot wrong and been set for the Caulfield Cup all the way along, except she's drawn well. Should get a lovely run from that gate, and I think that's important for your first time in Melbourne racing left-handed. You want to make it as easy as possible for them, and we've seen that she's a very good horse, loves the 2,000 metres, and ready to go, Liam.
You got all of the grouse appliances when she won the Oaks. What do you reckon you'll get if she wins a Caulfield Cup? You might be able to throw your right hand or a kettle or a toaster or something.
We might be able to go to Domain instead of Harvey Norman, Liam.
Hey. Catkins, the Blazer Stakes, last race on the card, 5:45 p.m. That'll allow plenty of time for me to catch the 7:30 flight home. Barrier 6, Craig Newett again. Good win last start.
It was. She's absolutely blazing, Liam. So nice draw for a change. He's had Ilford Gates each run this preparation, certainly in Melbourne. There they come.
We'll be back in 5 minutes with the rest of the episode.
She's drawn well. She's a model of consistency and rewarded with a good win last start. So similar field again, steps up to 1400, which shouldn't be a problem.
It'd be pretty fitting winning the Blazer Stakes at the end when we were all blazed at the end of a blazing week.
Yeah, it's been a long week preparing them for I guess Sydney's grand final, and obviously with the 2 in Melbourne plus Catkins, it's something to look forward to.
All right, all the best on Saturday. Good luck.
Thanks, Ian.